Whether it's public media alerts and weather, or local programming that impacts you on a day-to-day basis, that is what we are focused on, and that is what Greater Good is providing our community.
WUFT opens the doors of civil discourse and challenges our community to listen and learn about organizations and what we're doing in our community and how it enhances where we're living in North Central Florida.
Oftentimes the news we hear about is the negative stuff. That's really what is topical news. We wanted to shift that focus to the things that make people happy, the things that are working successfully and that have momentum on their side.
My favorite part about working for WFT is getting to experience all the different nonprofit organizations up here in North Florida.
It's a really special thing that we get to do because as multimedia editors, you don't get to have that face-to-face conversation with somebody.
It's very gratifying to see these organizations and all these people in our community that are doing really amazing work.
So many different people from so many different walks of life. You get to learn all of their stories, and it's a really important thing.
WUFT helped us to tell our story as an organization. They helped us to think beyond what it is that we do and into thinking about what kind of an organization do we want to be? Who do we want to work with? And how do we want to talk to those people and invite them into communion and conversation with us for future events? Thank you, WUFT.
Thank you, WUFT Greater Good team. We appreciate all the work that you have done for Central Florida Community Action Agency. We've had wonderful feedback on our segment, and we are grateful for the opportunity to share what our agency does with the community.
Greater Good was a project that essentially was born from COVID-19. We're a nonprofit. We absolutely had to adjust with COVID and the changing economic situation around it. We realized other nonprofits in the area didn't have that same level of security financially. So what we wanted to do was to provide a platform so that organizations could still talk about what they do, discuss the need, the impact that they're making, and update the community on where they are.
Give a big shout out and thank you to Matthew Aberson, WFT, and the Greater Good for creating this amazing video for the retirement home for horses at Mill Creek Farm. Thank you so much, and your team, for your professionalism, your work ethic, and making this a really fun project for the horses.
These stories are so important to our community because it shines a light on what these nonprofits are doing on a day-to-day basis. From athletics to healthcare, I mean, you name it.
They made it very easy and comfortable for our crew with the fellows on site and the camera work, and of course they made us look good when they did the cut and paste, and we thought they did a great job putting the program together.
Without the people doing this work already, there'd be a much bigger problem on our hands. So I really appreciate that someone dedicates themselves to something as specific as dogs or cats or horses.
It's always just great seeing how people can help those who really need it.
Can you tell me how to get to the Greater Good? WUFT knows. They're a fantastic community partner and give back in so many ways. Their dedication to service and quality is of the highest order. We had a great time playing our part in the Greater Good.
There are so many organizations in our community that are making a change and helping us all, and we just need to tell their story.
3 to 4 of us will go out and travel to the location. A lot of the times we're in Ocala, Gainesville, surrounding area.
There's a little bit of everything that goes into creating these amazing projects. A lot goes into the filming, a lot goes into the post-production.
Everything's a very collaborative process. We might get in and I'll cut the story together. James or Rashad will pick it up from their system, add B-roll, add music.
And about 30 or so hours of post-production to put together each 6-minute vignette for any given organization.
We're creating something for them that they can use for years, and it's going to help promote their organization, their services. And a lot of the times people are, very grateful, or they're even in tears about, some of the stories that we get to tell for them.
By the time that we wrap up with production this summer, we'll have worked with over 60 nonprofits in the area, both Alachua and Marion County and surrounding areas, to tell their messages, to extend what they do to a larger community.
It's really gratifying to see the effect that we're having on the community. I feel like I'm actually having an impact on the people that I see every single day.
Greater Good is absolutely a group project, top to bottom. We have an underwriting crew that essentially finds the nonprofit organizations to feature. We have the production, the media services crew who, along with myself, go on every one of these shoots.
All of these shoots that we get to do, it's always so much fun being on location with these people, Getting to hear everyone's stories, it's also a lot of hard work.
Any given episode of Greater Good takes about 150 hours for the entire team to produce. It's usually about 3 hours to do each of the filmings per segment.
Without these stories, we would not be able to educate, enrich, and inspire the next generation. So we're so thankful to be able to air this and bring together our local community here at home. If you want to support WUFT, it's as simple as visiting WUFT.org or calling 1-800-338-9838 and pledging your support today.
There's a lot of nonprofit organizations that do not have the reach to get their voice out there. With WUFT, we're able to extend their voice to the public, to the community. It feels like we're doing something right.
Just nice to see the effect that this show that we're doing is having on people.
We really appreciate WUFT being willing to support us and help us get the word out about what we're doing so we can get more people to join.
We hope to be back in 2022 with more episodes, more nonprofits, and something that is still a great asset